Okay, 皆さん, let's take a look at our next major grammar point. So when we want to talk about something that we have to do in Japanese, we're actually going to start out with the nai form. We take that nai form and we drop the e part of it, leaving us with just the na. And then we're going to put on it kereba ikemasen. So we end up with nakereba ikemasen. This is a structure that we use to say that something is required. You have to do something. Or we can use it to ask if something is required. Like, do you have to do something? So this nakereba ikemasen, it looks kind of long, I know. So if you have trouble saying the whole thing, it might help to think of it as two separate words. So you have the verb plus the nakereba, and then ikemasen is kind of a word on its own. So Genki will introduce a little bit more about this later, but the nakereba ikemasen, literally it means like if you don't do something, then it'll be bad. If you don't do it, you're going to be in a bad situation. You're going to have a bad time. So in other words, you have to do it. Nakereba ikemasen. So for example, we could say, 5時に起きなければいけません. 5時に, the verb is 起きる, nai form 起きない, 起きなければいけません. Let's take a look. You can pause the video if you want. How would I say I have to hurry or I have to return a book today? Okay, let's check them together. How could I say I have to hurry? 急がなければいけません. How about I have to return a book? 今日本を返さなければいけません. So I had 急ぐ、急がない、急がなければいけません. 返す、返さない、返さなければいけません. Let's take a look at some more. So, 子供の時、早く寝なければいけませんでした. 早く寝なければいけませんでした. What do you think it means? So when I was a child, I had to go to bed early. I had to go to sleep early. 寝なければいけませんでした. So this いけません can work just like any other verb. So if I want to put this form, なければいけません, into the past tense, just like I say 食べません, I don't eat, versus 食べませんでした, I didn't eat, I say いけません versus いけませんでした. So なければいけませんでした. We used to talk about when we had to do something in the past. So let's make some sentences. So I had to get up early this morning. I had to do a lot of homework yesterday. You can pause the video if you need a minute. Okay, let's check them together. So I had to get up early this morning. How will we say? 今朝早く起きなければいけませんでした. How about I had to do a lot of homework yesterday? 昨日たくさん宿題をしなければいけませんでした. たくさん宿題をしなければいけませんでした. So 起きる、起きない、起きなければ. And we'll add on いけませんでした. する、しない、しなければ, and then I add on いけませんでした. We can also use this in another way. Let's take a look. 洗濯 しなきゃいけない。新しい服を買わなきゃいけない。そう、しなきゃいけない。買わなきゃいけない。So what we talked about in the previous examples with いけません, those are like must form, right? Long form. But we can also express the same idea in casual speech. So when we want to talk about what our obligations are in casual speech, again, we'll take the ない form. But instead of saying all of ければいけません, which we usually use in more formal speech and in writing, we can use きゃいけない. So we change the ければ to きゃ, and then いけません changes to いけない, just like we have 食べません, 食べない. So we can say なきゃいけない, or even shorter, we can just say なきゃ in casual speech. So for example, we could say 新しい服を買わなきゃいけないね. I'll have to buy some new clothes. 買わなきゃいけない. We can also use ければいけない. This is kind of in the middle of the two. We'll especially see this ければいけない. We'll start talking about it especially more in 2040. This is something we will see like within other kinds of grammar. So let's see if we can make some sentences using casual speech about what we have to do. You can take a minute and pause the video if you'd like. Okay, so how would we say, I have to study more? もっと勉強しなきゃ。もっと勉強しなきゃ。How about, it's 7 o'clock, I have to get up. 7時だ。起きなきゃ。起きなきゃ。Or we have to wash our hands. 手を洗わなきゃ。or 手を洗わなきゃいけないよ。So we use きゃ or きゃいけない。when we want to use this なければいけません in casual speech. Okay, so let's take a look at some of the following activities and practice using this なければいけません.